And welcome to Tonic Live. Hello everyone and welcome to Tonic Live with me Owen.
Me Alison.
And me Daniel.
Hello everyone. What is Tonic Live? Tonic Live is the part of the week where we, with our expert, the greatest crafter on the planet, Alison Whelan. We make a project with one of our newest Tonic launches, and this week we're going to be doing the first make with Ali. We may do one later on in the month as well, with Tonic Craft Kit 16, which is being dispatched at the end of this month, but you can pre-order it now, and there's plenty of unboxings, bits like that out there already if you haven't caught it. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. I'm making this mobile shaker.
This is what we're making. So we're doing a little hanger today. So my feelings for this, what could we use this for? It could be a little present to give your mum, because Mother's Day is not going to be that far away. It could be that you're going to a wedding and you know the children like to give the bride something. Well, I thought this would be a lovely little gift for that. Or it could just be to the one you love.
That's it. Oh, me. Mwah. Oh, thank you very much. Mwah. Just check out and make sure the sound's alright. Yeah, rustly
oh,
on the
are we rustly on the mic? Oh.
Let's check. Let's make sure. We got a few people with us. Facebook, are we alright? Lots of inferiors on the sound. So Mary saying, you're right, funny noise.
Apologies.
Maybe it's just the mics are on the blink. They were a bit like this the other day. Maybe it's just we need new microphones. I hear a funny noise too. Well, thank you everyone for joining us and letting us know that we got fuzzy mics. Well, we'll talk through it. Dan will try and fix the mics up for you and try and get them working. But in the meantime, we'll just talk about what we're going to make today. And Craft Kit 16, well done everyone who's already got theirs, secured theirs, and are excited for the end of the month. I've loads of nice. It's been a month so far where I've been going through comments. People have been ringing, trying to secure theirs and things like that. Where I've spoken to people a bit at length about the kits and things like that, and whether they enjoy them and what they do enjoy about them. And there's been some awesome stuff just about people trying some things every month.
That's good.
And just enjoying the way they're put together, and that's great to hear, because in the coming months now we'll be asking you guys what you think of the craft kits as well, as we do every week, but in sort of a questionnaire form, and just finding out what you'd like to see in the future, what sort of thing we're going to be looking at with the craft kits, because it's evolved in 16 kits. It's changed since the start.
Oh, it certainly has.
And we're hoping to to keep making those little changes to make it the perfect kit for you, which we hope it is presently, but trying to make it even better. So thank you everyone who's supported us so far, and today it's no different. We're going to be just making a project with Ali, and your comments will be here in front of me as well. So any questions you have, let me know. But if you do want to purchase Tonic Craft Kit from the UK, all around Europe, anywhere outside the USA, it's toniccraftkit.co.uk, and you can find shipping info for wherever you are in the world on that. But if you want to purchase and you're in the USA, like a lot of our customers are, then tonic-studios.com. Just go on the main page, you can click the banner, and it'll take you to the brand new kit. So there we go.
Thanks for the coffee, Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon. The coffees are in.
I thought I'd do a really quick reprise on the kit first, just so you know what you're going to get. So I've done these little boards, and these are your colours. So as you can see, they're pinks, turquoises and grey, which is a lovely, lovely colour scheme. So to start with, we'll go from the Nouveau down, I think, today, which is an unusual way that we do it. So the first one, you've got jewel drops, and these are our little, they're rose water is the colour. I'm hoping you're picking them up there. And they're a lovely translucent crystal drop. Then we have our embossing powder, which is Cool Jade. We have a mica spray, which is again a beautiful pink, which is Turkish rose. Then we have 3 of our pens, and these are alcohol markers. Then your papers then underneath are your pewter grey, ocean blue. You have a pearlescent card, which is blushing pink. Then you have English lace, which is a beautiful handmade paper. Hoping you can see the detail there. And another handmade paper then is mermaid tail. Then you have a little book, and that contains our speciality papers. So these are the 4 on the bottom. So we have steel diamonds, pearl damask, salmon harlequin and duck egg toile. So again, all beautiful colours that complement each other.
And that's it. And you can watch back and unbox it in full and things like that. That's on YouTube. If you want to see every single thing in the kit in lots of detail, you can there and catch up with all that and see it a bit more as well.
Then we have the stamps, and I believe it's 16 stamps.
Yeah, 16 and 20 dies in total.
There we are. So there's our 16 stamps. So they're little iconic stamps this time that you can add as backgrounds, as little details. You've got the hearts in your die cut. These little hearts will fit onto those. Nice little flowers, lovely dove of peace, and I just think they're really cute.
Yeah, really cute. Yeah, if you do sort of your emojis and things like that as well, they work as sort of that to finish a sentiment or something like that.
And these are your die set. So again, I've cut the outer shapes first. So we have, you'll see more of these as we're going along. So you've got a backing panel, which is here, which the hearts will all layer on top of. You've got some gorgeous corners, some flowers, little birds, a lock and a key. So again,
let me move this a little.
Are we in the way?
Yeah,
I am so sorry.
I think it's fine. I think you.
There we are.
There we go.
Your next board then, I should have got these the right way. You can see how you can cut the beautiful pattern in and make a frame, and you can also layer all these icons up. So your roses are verso, as are your corners, and then the little heart will fit back into the little doves. This is showing how the corners are verso, your flowers are verso, and you can pattern build with the corners as well. And this is how the full layer works out. Your little shape in the middle, which you can make shaker cards out of here, all these little hearts will layer up. So they work very nice, as you'll see later on today. So that's it for now. That's a quick one. I tell you what I haven't told you is in there, and I know you're going to be really excited about, and that is your deluxe adhesive. Because you know, we bang on and on and on about this adhesive.
Yeah.
How good it is. So now you can try it for yourself.
And this is it. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those that you try and then and you get again and again. So yeah, we're going to crack on with the demo and move it.
There we are. We'll move those down there.
I've got YouTube and Facebook, loads and loads of lovely people with us. I think Tom, you were right. The interference was on my mic. It's fixed. Yeah, loads of you, all from all around the world on YouTube as well. Yeah, hope you enjoy the demo today, everyone.
Hopefully. And last but not least, your little stationery book. So you can jot any of your crafting ideas in there. Could be your address book. You won't lose this in your bag, that's for sure. No. So, where do we start? So I've done a lot of the die cutting, and I wanted to show you a few little techniques and things today, because often, you know, you want to know more things what to do with the kit. That's what I feel anyway. So let's get all my die cuts out so we're ready to go. So where have I started? Let's show you the dies. Oh, wrong one. We'll have this one. I got one missing in there. So these are the dies that you're going to have. And this is how they're all going to come to you. They're all going to come packaged to you as well this time. Yeah,
we changed them from the acetate sheets which they were on, because they could fall off and you could lose them. So yeah, we put them in these acetate bags now, so you can keep them in those if you like to. Yeah, and keep them in your folders then.
The only thing I've added to this is white card, and I know you've all got white card at home. So I've used the backing die, and maybe easier to show you on the boards actually exactly what I've cut out. So I've used the background die, and I've cut out 3 layers in white. And that is, oh, I tell you what, it is easier I think to show the dies. So I've used just that die and cut 3 layers. So then we're going to glue these together.
Lou's with us. Yeah, hope you're feeling okay. And who else we got? Sally here in France, back from Vietnam. Do you have a nice time in Vietnam, Sally? Hopefully it was nice. Got your Kit 15 Today meter and you love it. Oh, well, yeah, enjoy that. Loads of people will love it in the Memento book.
Fantastic.
Really popular. Check out BB's video as well today if you want to see that for sort of...
Oh, that's a fantastic idea. Well done, BB.
Yeah, it's a sort of bookmark, but sort of a corner bookmark. And yeah, you've got to check it out to see it. You won't do it justice describing it. So check that out on either BB's channel.
It's a little foxy.
Or the page, yeah. You can check. Really, really cool. So clever.
So put your back plate on backwards rather than pile them all up. So you've got the good side showing on the back as well, because we like to see that everything is looking good back and front. So that's where we are there. So my next bit then, I've taken the Pearl Damask card and I'm hoping that the pattern is going to show up, but it will, if you can't see it now, it will in a couple of minutes. And I've used the same shape die. So what I'm going to do, whoops, let's move all these out of the way. And I'm going to take a little bit of Surgical Spirit, only a tiny bit. If you can get this from chemists, supermarkets, you may be able to get it. You know, if you've got a chemist counter, then you may be able to get it. And that's all I've done is popped a little bit on the bottom of my sponge. I don't want to create too much of a mess. And I'm going to use the lightest of our pens. So that one is 360. And I'm just going to scribble, sorry for the squeak, onto my mat. Pick up your ink and then, oh, I'm thinking this may be a little bit pale. I tell you what, I'll go with the next colour because it may well be that it's a little bit pale for you to pick up. There we are, this is 363. And again, just pick up all your colour. And it's got a really subtle colour to the pearl.
Yeah, sort of a...
it's a very, it's just a hue at the moment. And then I'm going to go on to my dark colour, which is... I would do this in an open room as well.
Yeah.
I like this closed studio.
I know. So pick up your darker colour again and then go around the edges. You should be able to pick this one up.
Yeah, I can pick up the scent of it.
It smells like hospitals,
yeah,
doesn't
it does smell
like old-fashioned hospitals. That's what it smells like.
Lots of people on YouTube. I got Sally says Vietnam was unbelievable. Can't recommend it higher. I've only been to Thailand. I'd love to go to Vietnam. Sounds awesome. Still hoping for a background stamp in one of those kits. Well, that's the kind of thing Lion Team we'll think about. Hopefully we can do in a future kit for you. Hello everyone from Shilpa. Hi Shilpa, hope you're alright. Which surgical spirits be what called rubbing alcohol? Anyone know?
In America I think it's called rubbing alcohol, but over here it'll be surgical spirit.
I suppose it's just kind of like 100% alcohol proof stuff, isn't it?
I'm not sure of the percentage. This says 25%.
You shouldn't be drinking it anyway, Dan.
I know,
really.
and it's not really a drinkable. It's not very palatable, I'd imagine.
It says 25% methyl salicylate and castor oil in it, actually.
What do people use it for generally?
We used to use it many, many moons ago when I was a young student nurse. We used to put it on skin to toughen the skin to prevent pressure sores. I don't know what people use it for now because it was banned. So I'm not really sure what it's used for anymore. Oh. As are a lot of things that I used as a student banned.
Yeah.
I suppose I'm lucky I'm still here.
No, that's it.
So I'm hoping, I tell you what, I will put a little bit more on and I'm hoping you can pick up the detail because it's still very, very pale and I want you to see the colour and I'm hoping you can pick up the pattern as well. So we'll have a little bit more. I think I've taken it off now rather than putting it back on. Let's have a bit more ink. I tell you what it is catching. It's catching in the little holes around the pattern.
But if you do, want to get that pewter kind of effect, I think when you get like you see on some sort of rust, don't you? You know when it goes, like where it goes that. You see in a lot of mixed media projects and older ones as well. If you want to do that vintage, someone will explain it. I know better than me, but yeah, that kind of bluish tint to it, which you see on some
There we
some
are.
cool
I'm
stuff.
hoping you're going to pick this up now. Just keep building it up. I mean, it may be that you want a darker colour. So as you can see, in the little holes around the pattern is picked it up as well. So our next little bit, I'm going to pop some ribbon. So I'm going to pop it between the layers so it's well sandwiched in. So I've got some, I have got some somewhere, there we are, some tape.
Marie mentions here, you could use vegetable glycerin for this also, no strong smell.
I did try it with glycerin and it didn't work because it was an alcohol marker. So I did try scissors after, because I've forgotten to bring me scissors. It worked better with the alcohol. If it was a water-based product, then it would work with the glycerin.
There you go. Lucy's cleaning pierced ears. Some people use it for, I think. So they give it a swab and this too.
I don't know. Like I say, I've not used it for many
all Ali's
years.
ears are they're all pierced, like just all
Just
all around the top, isn't it?
No, I had one
lots of
done when I was
piercings.
12 and that was enough for me. No more.
After when she goes off, she puts her nose ring back in then, don't you?
No, I tuck it
You
inside.
tuck it in there.
And then put the eyebrow.
Your eyebrow. She's the punk rock crafter, very much.
I colour out all my tats first.
Yeah, there's a lot we have to get.
Perfect cover.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Sleeves otherwise massive.
Yeah, you never see me without sleeves.
No, you don't. Liontin says, yeah, could you use blending solution?
Blending solution, yes, that's another alternative.
Yep, good
I
idea.
suppose
I
anything like
think-
relatively alcohol based, I guess, isn't it? Which should
Yes.
work. Should
Yeah.
work anyway.
Blending solution would be perfect.
Yeah.
So a little bit of ribbon, and this is 3mm ribbon. So I'm just looping it over at the top. Depends how long a hanger you want. And make sure I got it the right way. Cross it over just at where the join of the heart is. You know where the dip of the heart goes? That's where I'm positioning it. Then pop it onto your tape. My tape's gone not in a particularly good position, but it'll be fine. So as it dries, the colour intensifies a little bit as well. And the smell wears off.
So, you know, you don't get that smell without pens and things like that. It's not.
There's no smell at all.
with our pens. All the
There's
glue
no
is really.
smell.
There's
No, there's
tiny
no
little
smell
bits,
with the
so-
glue.
Yeah, if you are, I know some people are, they're sensitive to
Yes.
things like that. So if you are, you shouldn't have any problems with our glues or our pens, really.
If both of you start being a bit sleepy, though, I'll try and open
You'll
the door
come and give
or
us
something.
a nudge, is that?
Yeah, I'll open the door just to let some
Yeah,
fresh
just,
air in.
yeah, if you could, Dan.
You'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
So this time now, I have used, where's our dies gone again? I've cut the outer edge first. Then I've cut the inner pattern. Oops. So I've used that one. And then rather than use the next heart down, I've gone with the next size down again. So that's why it's a scalloped shape. And all these hearts will all layer on top of each other, as you can see here. So there we are. I'm going to pop all those over there so you can all see the dies as well. So I've gone with the scalloped heart in the centre. And just glue this down. As you can see, you know, this glue is so quick to use. It grabs really quickly. It's a clear glue. So any of your projects, and it's got such a fine tip that it's good for your decorative dies. You know, when you want to catch little tiny bits, just dot it on gently. So your swirls then, sometimes you've got swirls and they'll get caught, and that's not the look you want. There we are. So that's all in place again. So we're looking good so far. Right, our next bit now. And our next bit is our layers for the top.
But just thinking, that, you could stop there. You know, that's
could
a
be
lovely.
it.
You know,
That
like,
could be
like
it.
pretty. If you know, you can see there.
You can pop your love in the centre.
And if that's as far as you know as you want to go, brilliant. Like, you don't have to add the shaker element to it if you didn't want to.
Any of these projects I've done, you stop wherever you're comfortable. So the love could go in the middle. I'm trying to pull
a picture maybe. You could put something in the middle as well.
It could be husband and wife. Could be their wedding day. So this could be the anniversary.
The crafter or craft partner.
Exactly.
Like you and Karen. Maybe you'd have like a...
We could be. We could have a love-in.
There is a love-in upstairs. If you go upstairs now, it's kind of like...
It's usually a giggling, isn't it?
It's just, you know, they've had to
Usually a good
soundproof the
giggle.
room, haven't they now?
Oh, I know. I think I've cut 2 of the wrong one here, so it's a
want to cut
good way. No, yeah, I will do. I will do. Make sure, because it's a good way to explain to you as well. So there, that could be where you end, your little hearts together and your flowers. But we're going to go further. So I've cut another 2 hearts. So I've gone now with the outer plain shape for the grey, and then I've used the scalloped heart again, and that one then has cut the lighter grey. This is the Pearlescent Speciality card. So we're going to glue those 2 together, and then I'm going to cut the frame in the middle. And the reason I don't cut them separately is because you will never ever match up that frame. It'll be so difficult to get it in exactly the right place. So what I'm looking at now, I'm looking at the top and bottom of my heart, and then just making sure if that's centralised, then the rest is as well. So there we are. Give it a minute or 2 just to dry before you run it through your die cutting machine, because you need the glue dried or it'll squelch a little bit, and that's not what we want. So then I'm going to go down a smaller size. Now this is the smallest of the hearts, and that's going to be popped right in the centre. So a little bit of tape is needed, and then we can go, I think. So again, I'm looking at the top and the bottom of my heart just to make sure they are in the right place. And then we'll
just
run it through.
say hello to Catherine. Hello everyone, just back from a busy afternoon with my sister, as I love watching Tonic. Catherine, hope you're okay, hope you're doing well. Always sending good wishes to you, Catherine.
I had a little chat to Catherine last night.
Yeah, yeah, some exciting stuff happening.
There's lots of exciting stuff
Isn't it?
happening.
It's good.
I'm just going to turn this. Woo.
The sponges are going everywhere. Al.
They are. I'm having a day of it today, I think.
You are. Who else have we got? Letitia says, hello everyone. Hi Letitia from the UK. Well, Karen's with us. She says, hope everyone's having a good day. Hope you all are having a good day. Hope you're having a good week so far. We're at Wednesday. We're nearly there. Hope you've been enjoying the Headers and Sentiment shows on the Chanda in the UK. There's a show straight after this, the final show. So if you haven't caught anything yet, get on there. Enjoy those with Jodie.
Beautiful.
Really
I
nice.
had a blast making
Something
those.
different again, so try them out.
I know this is going to be tough to see. You see the tape around it. I've cut the largest heart, the same size as I did the grey, in acetate. It may not cut all the way through your acetate, but it'll give you enough of a mark that you can cut around. And then I've popped some red line tape. So just going to peel that off. And this is where we can make a nice little shaker. Oh, I should have brought some corn flour down with me, or talcum powder. Because what you can do with that then, you can run it around the edge of your tape and it doesn't pick up the glitter and things as much. I haven't put glitter in this one, so if you don't like glitter, this is going to be the perfect shaker card for you, because I know some people do have a bit of a phobia against glitter. There we are, that's all my bits gone. So again, we're looking at the same points. So I had a bit on my finger then. We're looking at the bottom of the heart, so just line up there. If you do have a little bit spare, you can always trim it off. It's not the end of the world. But look at the top again. So again, my 2 registration points are the top and bottom of the heart. And then just press them together.
And you can use the acetate on the back of these, can't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
So
Yes, you can. The acetate that your stamps come on, you can use that as well to cut. So I've got a little bit of shaker tape, and this one is 6mm shaker tape. And I'm just going to run this around the heart. It's not as important that I don't leave any gaps because I haven't got the glitter in here. If you have glitter, you've got to make sure that there are no gaps at all in running your shaker tape through, because you can be sure it'll all leak out the bottom.
Would you try and do it in one cut, I guess?
If you can,
yeah.
if you can. But because it's a heart, sometimes it's going to make it a little bit more difficult.
Letitia says, I love Tonic dies, super great quality and cuts like butter. Yeah, thank you, Letitia. I think it's something we don't often talk about as much these days, but
we just take it for granted these days. There we are, you can.
If you haven't tried Tonic dies, the cut, I hope you'll find it superior to anything else that you've tried out there. We pride ourselves on that. You know, nothing gets sold unless it is going to be able to be to the standard that we set ourselves with dies and the cut of them. So yeah, try a Tonic die. If maybe it's your first time joining us, so you haven't got any Tonic dies. I know a lot of people in the US, they mainly know it's for Nouveau and things like that. Yeah. Well, try a craft kit, try the dies out, and I'm sure you're going to be happy with that.
Karen and I do the testing on all the dies, and if we can't cut them and they don't work, then they don't go out. It's as simple as that. Right, next bit. So I've pressed down my shaker tape, and now I've got a little bag of hearts. So that's all I've done. I have cut one of these, just cut one of these dies into the pink, the jade and the grey, and these will sit inside. I have reserved a couple, and I'll show you what I've reserved them for, is to go on the ends here. So put your ends together first, and whatever's left over, pop into the centre of your heart.
Where did you get your big foam tape?
Oh, I had it in a craft shop. Have a look for shaker tape online, and I'm sure you'll find it. Right, so put all your hearts in. Make sure that they're all facing the right way, because that's what you're going to see from the front. And again, we were talking about making sure that the card is right back and front. So it's these little details that can make a difference. So I'm just popping them all over so they're all the right way. There we go. I think we're there.
Davey says this is why we can't afford to eat.
David!
Which is me, David.
How could you?
David!
How could you? There we are. I think we're done now. If we're not, then that's where they're staying.
Seeing Kim create, that should fill you. That should fill you up anyway.
Fills you with joy.
It fills you with joy. You don't need to when you.
And this is the perfect kit, David, because it's love.
Because it's love, yeah.
And she loves you.
Yeah.
And she loves you because you're bringing her to Bridge End.
Maybe, yeah. Loads of you may. Well, I've seen loads of people who we just recognise from the lives, and loads of that of you are coming.
I'm so excited.
Towards the end of Jan, like Sabine from Germany is coming. A few others have got tickets. So if you go on the Tonic Craft Kit page, there's a workshop which is going to be. We don't do workshops very often, and it's for Marie Curie to raise some money. So all proceeds are going to that for the tickets and everything like that. And there's just going to be a day of I think 80 people in total, and there's going to be like loads of the design team going to be down with us as well. So yeah, it's loads and loads to look forward to, and you can find that if you look on our official Facebook group or that. There's a link which you go through and you can get a ticket there. If you can't make it, no worries. We'll try and do something at some point and meet everyone. But yeah, good to see loads of the faces on there that we've seen so often, and I'm super excited for it. It's going to be awesome. I can't believe
that people are travelling so far to come down.
I know.
You know, we've got people coming down from Scotland, as we say, Sabine from Germany. I may have put a few too many in there, so just be careful how many you do put in there, because sometimes I'm a little bit of a devil to overfill my shakers, but not to worry. So now we've got love. This is our love die that I've cut out twice. So a little sentiment, and again, you know, it's a tiny die, but this glue will fit the back perfectly. And then I'm just going to shadow it a little bit. So what I mean by shadowing, I put it on, what have we got here? I've got a piece of white card. There we are. Thought I'd lost it then.
You got it.
There we are. So that's all I'm doing, is just so you can see a little bit of the grey just peeking out from underneath the ocean blue. So there we go. There's our dye. Oops, I think we're up here. There we are. So we're just going to pop that onto the front. You can put these onto foam pads if you want to, but it is a bit tiny, so...
Connie's saying, I haven't gotten late. Is this the monthly kit? Yeah, this is kit 16.
Kit.
So you can check that if you're in the USA, Connie, tonic-studios.com. You can check out everything that's in there on YouTube as well. See if it's something you'll be interested in if you're not a subscriber already.
So there we are so far. Right, I've also got the little hearts. I put them, you know, you put things safe and then you think, where did I put them? And I have seen them. I've got all my little hearts together to pop on the bottom of the strings.
Justine asking who from Tonic is going. From Tonic HQ, I know because there's a Paper World Germany thing going on at like a similar time, but we've got, well, myself will definitely be there. I think Dan's going to be there too. Ali's there, Karen's there, a load of the design team who you would have seen their cards. I have to check on yeah, a few others, and yeah,
I think most of it at Paper World.
A Paper World. So, but yeah, you'll have, you know, like David said, you know, your favourite presenters, myself and Dan. That's what you're going to be really looking forward to. But
so these are the little hearts that I've layered up. So if you look at these here, you take them away, they're just plain white. So I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 layers just on those little hearts. So these are going to sit onto the bottom of my ribbon. And then onto the back then, we're going to put the patterns on the front. You can pattern them both sides if you want to, or just put a plain ribbon, a plain pattern on the back.
Sharon says, the desk's just like mine. Stuff sprawled everywhere. Love it. Makes me feel better about mine. You're making us feel self-conscious about our desk now.
Yeah.
Mine too, always stuff everywhere. Go on.
Compared to my desk at home.
Let's try and show you the project if you can find it.
There's the project. Oh, he's being cheeky.
I'm not. I was just saying your project. I wasn't being that
He's
cheeky.
being
I was half 50% cheeky.
Yeah.
50.
How rude.
It was only one cheek.
How
There you
terrible.
Sue said, is it a bash and bang? This isn't a bash and bang. You get a full shake on this.
It does shake. It
and
does
it's got,
shake.
like, you know, you could add little bells or something like that.
You can add paper beads.
Tell you what you could make is like, do you know those things where you do them in your hand?
I'm not sure what
Like,
I know what you mean.
Where you'd have this on a stick, and then
Right,
you'd go back and forth in your hand,
yes.
and it may be like a musical instrument kind
I
of thing.
thought that might be what you were
A
talking
shaker.
about.
Have any of you crafters made a musical instrument? You know, like a. We'll have to do that for maybe one of Mondays. That's got to be one of them, isn't it?
There we are. There's the back all sorted. If you've got any little bits of ribbon, just trim them off. So the next bit now, I brought these with me, and this may be the rose I need. The roses face in 2 different directions. So how did I get to this pink? That's what I'm going to show you. I may as well show you while I'm here. What I've done with this one, I've taken these, I've painted with the mica onto white card. But these I wanted a little bit more of a darker hue behind the plain rose front, because I wanted a little bit of contrast. So what I've done is, I'm going to make a little bit of room here now, is do a little bit of spray, give it a shake first. So you can hear the ball bearing in there, and that's going to agitate the mica because it will all settle at the bottom. So a little bit of a spray, and then if you take your pink card and a brush, and then just go over a couple of times, and when it's dry, it's just dark enough to give you a contrast. So hopefully, yeah, I just saw the difference there. You see the difference on that corner? It's very, very subtle, but it's enough. So what I'm going to do with this, because the two of them are different, and I think I've brought down two that are the same. So what I will do, I will use, no, that, I think I've cut all these on the same one. Well, what I will do, I will cut the opposite rows so that you can see that there is a difference. Where's the other rows gone? What have I done with that? You know when you start off tidy and then it all goes to pot? That'll be the one. That'll be the one.
Oh, I found something by myself.
Yeah!
Wow.
So there we are. There's the match for that rose. And my match for this rose, I will cut another one. So we're going to need the die. Let's find it first. For this rose. No, it's not that one. It is. It's that one. And that's where they face in the opposite direction. So I'm just going to give this little bit of pearlescent card. I'm just going to cut it out to this.
So Shanted, your colour choices today are beautiful. Well, all the colours are in the kit.
The colours are all picked by Louise. Louise picks our colours every month for our kits, and she does make an awesome choice with them. She seems to get everything just to match perfectly.
Yeah.
So again, these are a Verso die, as I said, so you can either just keep them as plain or you can lay them up with the design on top. So if I wanted to put the design into that, I would just cut the inner die. So a little bit of glue around the edge. Match up your rows. Oh, I've gone a bit over the top with the glue there.
Karen says, "Lol, Ali, it's so funny. You losing a die. I've never seen that happen before."
Never. Never in
Never
a million
lost a die.
years.
Never lost a die.
If you've ever seen my desk, you know I can never find a die.
Loads and loads of lovely people who would love to come to the workshop. Yeah, don't worry too much if you can't come.
We're still going to be here for you.
This is what the lives are for, because if you can't make the things like that.
Exactly. So there's our little roses, both facing in opposite directions. So what I would probably do is put another coat of the mica onto that rose, just to give it a little bit more of a contrast. But we'll excuse it for today, because I wanted to show you a couple of different things I had done with the kit. We'll just pop a foam pad on the back of these.
Tiffany says, "This is my first Tonic Craft Kit. Can't wait to get in the mail." Yeah,
Whoa.
Look forward to it. Yeah, we dispatch them the first week of the month, so they'll be going. This one will be going around the first few days of December. So whether you're in the UK, US, or anywhere in the world, it'll leave here from the first day, or from the US warehouse.
There we are. So there's our little hanger.
There you go.
And it didn't take that long. You know, once your cutting is done, you're away. And the cutting doesn't take long.
No, there's lots of different concepts or little bits that you can use, and use them in other projects that you've got. So you could mount that on a card. You could use it as a mobile. Use it as lots of other different things.
I could add some of these. Now these, let's get a piece of white card behind these. These are the jewel drops, and here I've placed them on a sheet of acetate. So if you're not confident about using them, then pop them onto acetate. They'll all pick off, so all these will come off individually. Oops, there we are. And you can use them then on your projects. So we can put a couple of these at the bottom. So if I put a bit of glue, and again, your Nuvo glue will be perfect. So I'm just giving these a little bit of a slide. And we'll add a tiny speck of glue. And you can see how little amount of glue you can put on. Oops, it stuck to my finger.
Yeah, I
should have brought a pokey tool.
It's a good combo to have with the deluxe with the crystal drops, if you are going to do them in this way, or jewel drop in this case, because you can just apply just the tiniest little bit that you need.
Oops.
Shannon says, I have tons of other sprays, but after receiving the blue in the kit and the mica mist, I'm sold. So beautiful, the sheen is lovely. I'm glad you like it, Shannon.
I wanted to show you some other ways of using it, because some people are not into sprays. It's a bit messy for some people. And I'm not a big spray person. So there we go, there's our little jewels, all stuck in place and all done and dusted.
Awesome, beautiful.
There we are.
Lovely project. Who else we got as well here? Oh yeah, Emma says Jackson's had a glowing report, because I think Emma's gone to parents' evening. So it's burgers for his tea, for his night. His choice.
Wow.
I like the idea of being rewarded with your favourite food when you're good.
It's gotta be. If you've had a good day, you've got to.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the top on your glue when you finished as well, because it will dry.
Definitely. Get on that. Tammy says 15 came a bit late, but was stamped with 15. That's the first time I didn't have to have a number. Mystery solved, but the thing, some people in the US weren't having numbers on there. A lot of you weren't having numbers, but by the sounds of it, the warehouse in the US, they had the things, but they didn't have the stamp to put the 16 on there, or the 15 or the 14 or the 13. We know now, so you should all get a stamp with your number on there. I'd imagine you've just been writing your own numbers on there, I guess, but yeah, because I couldn't believe that 4 people would have the same one without a number. So yeah, that's sorted now. Why are the autumn red drops gummy?
Oh.
Are they? Which ones have you got? So the autumn red, the colour. It's kind of a glossy. It's a kind of a glossy.
Have they been sitting for a while? Maybe squeeze a little bit out from the top of the bottle, and then see what happens after that.
Is it potentially too cold as well, maybe? Or
Temperature can affect them. If they're in too hot a place or they're in too cold a place, it can affect them. But also they're a water-based product, so a little bit of the water can evaporate from the top of the bottle. So maybe if you get rid of a little bit off the top and then give them a try, and you may find that they dot in fine then. Because also you may find if they go a little bit sticky, you get peaks in your drops. And again, it's the same thing as the water's evaporated. But don't try adding water into it and mixing, because it doesn't have the same effect.
Yeah, Justine. Yeah, if you're thinking about it, Justine, yeah, come along. Really, like we'd love to meet you. There's about 40 tickets left, probably around that, maybe a bit less than that. So if you are thinking about it, get there. They'll probably go before the end of the week, maybe. But yeah, just check it out. If you're thinking about it, or any questions you have as well with anyone, because I know it's a bit daunting sometimes, knowing where to come. Just let us know and ask us, either myself on Facebook or drop Ali's a message. Probably better. She's scoped it all out and knows what's happening.
I'll answer for you.
But yeah, we'll be there to look after anyone who comes as well. So yeah, they got good access to the building as well for anyone who's like. Yeah, so it's all ground floor or anything like that. So if you have a scooter or anything like that, then it's got good access. Yeah, all that for you. So yeah, I'm loving everyone just having the convo and meeting up and finding out about each other, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. I love the connections you're all making. Hopefully you enjoyed. This is the first make for the kits. There are some 16 makes out there as well if you want to check those out on YouTube. Christine's unboxed hers today and things like that. So you've got some makes, and we're going to be keeping you up to date now before the kit gets dispatched with all little bits of inspiration for this kit 16.
This is another card I made with the kit, and again, as I said about the pattern building with the corner dies, it makes amazing patterns. Give it a try. That's all I've done with this, is drawn a line down the centre and pop the dies opposite that line. So go diagonally opposite, so where you're ending you have the middle of the opposite die, and then just work it out.
Elena, so she's from Arkansas, USA. Lots of these kits. What is the widest die in this kit? Thank you for sharing your knowledge and information.
The widest die would be the base die. I don't know why I was going to pick that off there then. It'll be this die, and this is in width. It is 11 centimetres, so we're looking at about 4.5 inches thereabouts, and it's 11 by 11 and a quarter, so we're looking at about 4.5 inches by 4 3/4, somewhere around about there. So if you've got a small machine, this will still fit into it. If you've got a kettle bag or a big shot, it will still fit.
And all the dies in the kit, they don't stray too far from well, from the size of this, the width of these sheets, because
That's right.
they don't, you know, we know people in the US, a lot of you don't have A4 machines and things like that, so that's why we've never gone beyond that for it. So don't, if you've got concerns over that, they should be good for your machine. That's what we try and keep in mind. Lots and lots of lovely comments, loving the project, Ali. Justine says, I will come if you get the first round in. All right, first round for 80 people. I'll get yours in, Justine. Otherwise, I think I'd be like, that's a month's wage gone. But yeah, thank you everyone for your comments, and loving this project from Ali.
This is another project I made, a candle box. So it makes a lovely gift if you want to package up a nice little gift for someone. Again, it looks really pretty, and it makes a small gift look expensive. So this was all done with the dies. It's a 5-inch square on the outer edge, and then you need to add a base. So I will work it all out for you, and I will put it in the comments or on my blog, and then you can pick it up from there.
Awesome, brilliant. Thank you, Ali. Thank you everyone for tuning in today.
I got a few. We got 5 minutes, haven't we?
We got about 5 minutes. Yeah.
Because I was going to show you a little bit of the techniques with the mica powders. Not mica powders, mica sprays. So again, just take a little bit of a spray, and I've taken just a general sponge, normal kitchen sponge, and this was the other half. There's my sponge. So just pull out little bits and just keep going with it. Just keep pulling. I haven't got the strength of a gnat here today. Just keep pulling out tiny little bits, and until you're happy, until you've got lots of little bits. If you've got a natural sponge, you can use a natural sponge, but they tend to be quite expensive, and we don't want to spend that. So keep going until you've got a bit of a random pattern. So that was my pattern, and again, that's all I'm doing, is making it all squeaky today. Just sponge onto your paper in just a random pattern. Keep turning your sponge and add as much or as little as you like. I've done another one here. I think I gave this maybe 2 or 3 coats of the mica, but again, just using the same technique. Depends on how dark you want it, how light you want it. I mean, you can just drag it. I would definitely add a good few more coats to that. The other one I did was painted with a paintbrush. That was 1 coat, so we got it really, really pale. Again, depending on what you want to do with it. And this is not any special card, it's not water card, it's just bog standard white card. I think this one was 2 coats, so we went a little bit darker, and there's where I cut all the flowers out. And this one again was 3 coats. So again, just keep brushing over it, and the bigger the brush I found, the better. So if you've got, I think this is a 3/4 inch brush, anything like that, or even the inch brush, would be the better results.
A lot of you will have nice brushes from the kits previously as well, so you'll be able to check those out and use them on there.
And that is a Nouveau brush, so if you've had the brushes, then you've got that.
Yeah.
So that's one, and then I wanted to show you the pens. And again, this is just bog standard, it's nothing special, it's not a proper stamping card, and there's the blend of the pens. So they work pretty closely together, even if you're not into colouring. If you put a die cut over that, because this is actually what I did on the show for Jodie today. If you saw the die with not butterflies, dragonflies, this is what I coloured. Just a few stripes of alcohol marker, and then I die cut the background. And I thought it looked quite effective anyway. But these are your colours that will be in the kit, and you'll receive these.
Awesome. Yeah, so all of you now can go off and catch Jodie on a Chanda straight after this for the Sentiments and Headers, the final show. yeah, the closer. So you can check that out with Jodie on there. That's Ochanda TV or ochanda.com. If you're anywhere else, they do ship to the USA. Yeah, check all that out. Thank you, Ali, for that. If you're interested in Kit 16, toniccraftkit.co.uk. If you're anywhere outside the USA, and we ship to so many locations, Australia, New Zealand, wherever you are. So yeah, if you're in the USA though, go to tonic-studios.com and just click on that banner. Yeah, have a great evening everyone, enjoy yourselves and enjoy Jodie's show later on. So from us, see you soon everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.